Today I've invited myself over for dinner at my friend's house at the other side of London. I've got to do it with a folding bike and a bag full of cameras at rush hour.
It's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good.
Challenge accepted. This is my friend Maddie, who is an accomplished home cook and gravel specialist currently riding for the Ribble Collective. Having only started properly riding a bike just a few years ago, she's now racing in the elite ranks, rubbing shoulders with the best international riders, racing in the UCI World Gravel Championships, and has racked up a very impressive palmares in that space of time. For those who don't know, I'm also a big foodie, and so is Maddie, so when I heard the word food, I was determined to do whatever it takes to get there. After waiting for a few trains and riding through a rainstorm, we finally arrived.
Enjoy the Ride is doing a cooking show. Why? Why not, right? My guest or host is Maddie, and being the good dinner guest that I am, I've got a present for you.
Thank you.
Stay there. So I got you some flowers. Which one would you like? Plain or self-raising or 00? Or...
Do you have any 00? I'd love some 00.
Yeah, I've got some 00. It's really romantic of me, I think.
Special flowers.
Yeah, it's, look at that.
Oh, it's, do you know what? It's
Yeah.
Waitrose as well.
I know.
You went for the fancy stuff.
So what are we making today?
So we are going to make some pasta, some homemade pasta from scratch.
That's perfect cycling food.
Yeah.
This is why we can't afford to buy houses and stuff, right? It's because we buy
shit like this.
We buy stuff like this.
I think I'm the
How many
embodiment.
avocados do you have? Shit.
Do you know what? I actually don't have it. Oh, that's a shame. No, there's no avocados
There's
in the
no
fridge.
avocados.
So we have 00 grade pasta flour, which is just like super fine flour. And then Burford Browns, which are the best eggs ever. And they're good for making pasta, although they sometimes the pasta comes out like more orange because the colour of the eggs are so orange, but it tastes so good. So, best eggs.
Nice.
But sauce-wise, I'm gonna make like this like chorizo, tomato, red wine vinegar sauce. Chorizo.
Sorry, Spaniards.
It's very, very good. It's got some chili in it. But basically the red wine vinegar makes it really tangy, and it's Courtney's favourite, so we make it all the time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, looking forward to it. Well, we don't have the ingredients yet, so we need to go.
We
right?
do need to go
Should
to
we
the shop. Yeah.
Okay.
So we nipped down to the shops in the typical London pouring rain.
We get the Vittoria ones because I'm sponsored by Vittoria.
Oh, okay.
Eggs. I think that's it. Oh, mascarpone, sorry. Mascarpone's there. That's actually catastrophe.
Uh-oh.
We're currently affected by nationwide shortage. That means, where are we going to get eggs from if there's a nationwide shortage? I don't have any chickens.
Free-range London pigeon eggs.
I think we might have to retreat on the ice cream. We might put the cream back.
So, are we deserting the dessert?
We're deserting the dessert.
Oh no.
We're going to put all the cream back. This is really sad. But with a nationwide egg shortage, we can't
do anything.
Ice cream, no.
What's the best type of cheese to hide a horse in?
I don't even know if I can try and do this. It's not brie.
Mascarpone.
Should have thought about that because it was
Sorry. We might have gotten a little bit soaked. So as Maddie was drying herself off, I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to rummage through her kitchen.
It's got a lot of bidons. Ooh, soy sauce. Oh, hello.
I want to know what you find. You have it. So we have lots of fish sauce.
Fish sauce. This is not something I usually find outside of an Asian household. Was kind of what I was thinking. But anyway, that's cool. You've got a lot of bidons. I was saying. Got more bidons.
Oh, so many.
More bidons. More bidons. Yeah, that's the bit like micro bit, I guess.
We've got nice mugs.
What is this? Huh? What is this?
This is emergencies only. This is also when we've got a lot of people over and it's they can't have nice things.
What is that? You have this and you have this.
You know what? Our peanut butter. Okay, so I actually do need. I'm proud of this. So the variety of peanut butter, if you want to have organic chocolate peanut butter, you can.
Wow.
If you want to have, sorry, back here behind the chia seeds, if you want to have coconut and almond butter, you can. And if you want to have crunchy peanut butter, you can.
What?
And then because Courtney likes the cheaper stuff, and I like the fancy stuff, she's got
everything.
her cheaper peanut
We've even got
butters.
Marmite
And
peanut
she
butter.
has Marmite peanut
What?
butter. Oh, and there's also chocolate peanut butter you can drizzle.
Chocolate peanut butter.
Just in case you want to drizzle it.
For drizzling. What?
Tell me you're a millennial without telling me you're a millennial. So Maddie, how do we make the dough? To take us through it.
So dough's actually really simple. So you do 100 grams of flour per person and 1 egg per person. Put the flour in a bowl, make a little hole, a little space, and then you crack your eggs in, mix them up. I tend to put a bit of olive oil in, but I think I've just kind of like developed my recipe over time. It sounds, it's not a very extra recipe. And then like you slowly incorporate the flour into the egg. And then you roll the dough. And I do this like, first I kind of put it together with a fork and then I roll it with my hands and then you knead it, but you don't want to knead it too much because you want it to stay stretchy. This is obviously like all my Googling about like how to make pasta, all my YouTube videos I've watched. But yeah, and then you roll the dough out, which we're about to do. So you have to put it in the fridge for half an hour.
To rest.
Well, it needs to be really cold because
Cold.
that's how you stretch it out on the machine. The
Okay.
colder the better. And I've got a technique actually where you like cut it down and keep it in the fridge until the last moment because that makes the best pasta.
Okay. So what ingredients do we have?
So for the sauce, I am a big fan of chorizo because I don't really like cutting meat and chorizo's the only meat that I'm quite happy to cook with. So get some protein in with the chorizo. So we've got chorizo, cherry tomatoes, basil, mascarpone, peppers, chili, garlic, and then parmesan goes on top afterwards, and I like to serve it with rocket because I always like leaves with my pasta.
Leave it alone.
Yeah.
So let's get to rolling out the pasta.
Yes,
Shall
let's
we?
roll the dough.
Watching Maddie rolling out the dough was pretty fun, as we're setting up the pasta machine.
Okay, so this is when we do the fun bit, which is the actual machine. But you always start on level 1, so you like, basically you gradually progress. Do you know what? This is a technique I've like mastered over time. So you have to like slowly ease it in. You don't want it to snap, so you've got to kind of like ease it in whilst helping it through.
Okay.
So you like help your dough through, but you need to help it out as well. And when it gets a bit long, it gets a bit tricky, but this is the thickness we want. So I go up to 5 on the pasta maker, which is because I quite like a little bit of thick pasta. I like a bit of bite to my pasta, so yeah, that is the right thickness. I'm trying to think if you can't really see through it, but it's like about that. I will cut it down in length because I think that would be a very big mouthful if the pasta's that long, so I'm just gonna chop it in half. Okay, so what you do is you roll it up like a little Swiss roll, but you've gotta not pinch at the pasta, because if you pinch at it, it sticks together. So you roll it up like a little Swiss roll. And I'm going pappardelle whip. And that's personal preference.
Why do you like making pasta so much?
This is such a good question. I think sometimes I do ask myself this. So I got into making pasta in lockdown with my sister, and I don't really know why. Like, we just thought we'd give it a go. I basically got into a bit of an obsession with making everything from scratch. So like bread, pasta, pesto. I just kind of thought if you can make it yourself, why not? And pasta, I just really like fresh pasta. Like, I think it tastes so much better.
With all the prep work done, it was time to make the sauce. I was put on sauce duty whilst Maddie continued cutting the pasta.
So Maddie, how did you like start riding bikes? Because you did that quite recently, didn't you?
Yeah, so I rode a bike as a kid.
Yeah.
So I rode a bike as a kid, and I did triathlon as a kid until I was 12, and then my bike got stolen from the shed in the garden.
Yeah.
So I stopped riding bikes because I didn't have a bike to ride. And then when I was 20, I was having a bit of a quarter-life crisis.
I should also add that Maddie used to commute to school by unicycle. Pretty impressive stuff, really.
I bought a bike and as part of a quarter-life crisis and signed up to a half Ironman as a challenge.
Yeah.
And then I rode a little bit, and then I just got incredibly hooked very fast, and it was kind of it was a deep, dark slope. I did a couple of races in 2019 just for like, let's say shits and giggles, but like just to give it a go. I was really bad. So like,
well, I mean, everyone starts somewhere though, don't they? So
everyone starts somewhere. So like, there's a race in London called Hog Hill. Do you know Hog Hill?
Of course I do.
Of course you know Hog Hill.
Yep.
So Hog Hill on the first lap of the hill, yeah, I was out the back. That was my first ever race. And then COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a lot of time and the only thing we could do was exercise outside once a day. So I did one very long bike ride.
Yeah. Every day.
Every day. Yeah, I think I took one rest day in COVID.
So you just basically rode bikes, made pasta, and that was like your COVID.
Yeah, my lockdown was actually pretty blissful. That's quite a lot. Probably makes me put loads in when we make it.
Would you call yourself a professional cyclist? I mean,
that's a good question.
Because you're pro, but
this is like a debate that a lot of people have. I mean, I've had this with a lot of people.
Yeah.
So someone who wasn't a cyclist would probably refer to me as a professional cyclist.
Yeah.
Or someone who was like an amateur cyclist would probably refer to me as a professional cyclist, but I don't think I would self-define as a professional cyclist. I think I would say...
Why is that then?
I'm semi-professional. Because it's not my full-time job.
Okay.
So I think if cycling was the only thing that was paying the bills, then I would refer to myself as a professional.
Yeah.
But I think when I have to do something, even if, like at the moment, I'm not working full-time, I work part-time, and cycling I do have sponsorship. And I think a lot of people would say if you've got sponsorship, then you're a professional.
Yeah.
But if your sponsorship doesn't fully fund your life, I don't think then you're a professional. Some people say you could say elite cyclist.
Yeah.
But I take my cycling seriously.
Well, I mean, you're not hanging around. I mean, you've raced in.
I'm not hanging around.
Yeah, you've raced in some very big races nationally, but also you've done the Worlds.
Yeah.
And you came 29th.
Yeah. But it's still got
crazy.
2 in it. It could have been 30th, 29th.
Yeah.
Just the end of
Top 30.
Top 30
in the world at gravel cycling. That earns you a lot of bragging rights, and I mean, for a lot of people, I guess they would definitely say you are professional.
Yeah. I think a lot of people would.
So what would you say are your goals for this year?
So there's this new gravel series called the Gravel Earth Series, and it's got a couple of really big races. So Migration Gravel Race in Kenya is a staged gravel race over 4 days, and it's got the Tracker 360, which is end of next month, and the Rift in Iceland, which is another big race. So those races and that series I'm going to target, because I think as an endurance gravel rider, I would say I'm more suited to endurance, but not ultra cycling. So nothing where I have to think about taking nap breaks.
Yeah.
And thinking about
sleeping in a ditch or a bus stop. Or for a few hours.
But also for me, it's I don't want to be questioning how little sleep can I have to win this race. I want to do a race that I can do in one go.
Yeah.
Stage race, I'm happy with that if I get to sleep in between the stages.
Yeah.
But the sleep's not being timed as part of the competition.
Yeah.
But so that series, and then a few UCI gravel races again this year, because I really enjoyed them last year.
Yeah.
I want to get, if I can, I want a podium at UCI gravel race. I think that would be awesome. I think that would be awesome. I think
that's a very achievable goal for you as well, I think.
I think potentially. I think last year I came 6th at 2 of them. I came 6th at 2 of them. And I think as gravel becomes more popular and as more people on the road realise that gravel's more fun, it's going to become more competitive. So I'm riding for the Ribble Collective, which is a whole new concept where it's not really a team, it's more of a collective. which basically means we're privateers, but also sponsored by Ribble. So everyone's sponsored by Ribble, and then you can have your own other sponsors if you want to. So like I've sourced like other sponsorship deals with things like, for example, wheels, I'm sponsored by Parkours, or like nutrition, OTE. And that means that we've kind of got flexibility to like have our own contracts as well as the contract with the bikes.
Yeah.
So Ribble bikes, I'm riding a Gravel SL. I'm also getting a CGR, but I haven't got that yet. And an endurance road bike. So I've got 3 Ribble bikes this year, which is cool.
Nice.
Good looking leaf. So you choose 2 per plate. And
2 per plate?
2 per plate, yeah. I think it just looks good. One looks lonely.
How was my stirring, Maddie?
Do you know what? Really good, nothing stuck to the bottom of the pan.
Oh, thanks.
So that's a 10 out of 10 from me.
10
I actually,
10.
sometimes
Wow.
I'm funny about sous chefs and people stirring,
Yeah.
because if someone does a bad stirring job, you could mess your whole meal up.
Well, that's what you call a shit stirrer.
That is a shit stirrer. That was good.
Oh no.
No, we've got a catastrophe.
Que horror.
Alexa, cancel timer. So this is how I get the pasta water in. I always do this, because then you get a bit of pasta water across. Okay. And this is when we decide how much more pasta water we need, so we haven't poured it down the sink. Clever.
Reserve it.
Yeah, you reserve it. Or what you do is you take a mug and you get a mug of pasta water before you drain it. That's the other method. Actually, on April Fool's a couple of years ago, Mob put up that they were selling pasta water in jars. I don't know if you saw that.
No, that's
April
crazy.
Fool's, but it wasn't April Fool's. I got really excited. Would you like to buy some pasta water?
Time to plate up. A quick garnish of rocket and a grating of parmesan.
Chorizo pasta. Just a little glaze.
Cool.
Lots of salt.
Thank you. This looks bloody amazing.
I hope it is. I hope
Like-
the pasta's all right.
Wow, got a bit of balsamic glaze. We've got thick with 7 C's pappardelle.
Yeah, we've got the 5 level on the pasta machine.
Ooh, look at that.
Ready? Okay, that's good.
Wow. That's really good. Well done.
I'm happy with that.
Well done.
There's always a moment of truth, right?
So that's it for today. Big up Maddie for the munch. We wish her all the best in the upcoming racing season. Let us know how you like this video and who you think I should go dine with next. We hope you enjoy the ride.